Hey guys, Crazy Calendar Lady, how you doing? I hope you had a wonderful day today, Sunday, the 29th of October, which means that tomorrow is Mischief Night, of course. Woo! Um, there's a lot of stuff I want to go over with you guys tonight because October, so many things are represented for that month that I'm gonna try and get a lot in tonight. So I was wondering if you did anything for today, like maybe go visit a cat shelter or your local SPCA, love on your cat if you have one. Um, did you hide from people? Did you laugh for absolutely no reason whatsoever? I mean, why not, right? Mischief Night, since I brought that up already, um, is typically the day when people play hopefully harmless jokes on people, toilet papering their house or saran wrapping their car. Let's not do saran wrapping the toilet seat. That's kind of gross. Speaking of which, that reminds me, I need to go make a couple things so I can put them on my neighbor's house. But yeah, I won't tell you what those are. But they're harmless. I promise. I promise. Um, It is pumpkin bread day. I've told you guys this before. I really have to be in the mood for something, but on occasion I do like me some pumpkin bread. Um, but then sometimes in the fall you get tired of pumpkin stuff, like everything pumpkin. Um, um, Here's another controversial topic. It is National Candy Corn Day tomorrow. Me personally, ew, I don't like it. Ugh. But I figure, some people like it, so I mean, they keep making it. Somebody's got to keep buying it, right? um, it is also Create a Great Funeral Day. Now, I think that this one is kind of important. Basically, the whole reason that this started was because um, there was a lady whose family member died suddenly, and she was like, oh my gosh, like, I wasn't prepared for this. I don't know what they would want to have, how they would want to be remembered. Um, and I think everybody has kind of a basic idea. Of course they want to be remembered favorably and stuff, but it was just kind of a shock, you know. So maybe this is the time to get a will together, that kind of thing, and let people know how you'd like to get your life celebrated. There are a lot of psychological um, assumptions, I guess, behind why people don't want to talk about that, because basically our entire body is programmed for survival. We make split second decisions to save our lives, you know. Um, so people just kind of avoid talking about death. Um, and it's kind of like, a mortality thing. Um, but maybe sitting down with your family and discussing, what kind of music you'd like, or do you want a party? Do you want something more solemn, more traditional? Um, I I love life, and I love my family, and I love the people around me, and I love you guys. And I don't want people to be sad, you know. My personal opinion, and again, this might be another controversial thing. Um, I think that mourning is more for the living than the dead. You know, everyone has their own beliefs about what happens when we die. Some people think we go to heaven or to hell or to Hades or to, the Elysian fields or wherever. And some people think that's it, we're done. Some people think we get reincarnated. Um, but I think that no matter what happens after death, that hopefully our soul will be at peace. That's my personal belief. Um, but the people that are still living miss us, you know. I know that I miss my family members that passed on before me. Um, but that's on me. I miss them, and I would like to think that they're in a better place, and I would like to think that they are reunited with the family members that also went before me. um, and again, that's just my personal belief, but the whole thing of that is just, maybe write some things down, talk to your family and let them know it's okay to talk about that kind of stuff. Nobody's planning on anybody dying anytime soon, but you never know when it's going to happen, and it's not anything to scare anybody, you know. So that's my take on that. um, it is also Buy a Donut Day, and gosh darn it, I forgot I was gonna look up and see if anything was going on for that day. Let me do that real quick while I'm talking. I don't know if I can talk and do this at the same time. I'm gonna try. It is Buy a Donut Day. So I'm gonna see if my local store, let's see, we have Halloween donuts, pumpkin spice everything, but I don't see any free donuts. So maybe go buy a Halloween donut. I mean, I guess technically if it's free, you're not really buying a donut. But it was worth a try, right? Let's see. It is checklist day. It's kind of interesting that they brought this up. I actually was looking at a couple of videos about first aid kits last night. So just, to-do lists and things maybe to take with you when you're traveling, even if it's something as simple as a first aid kit for your car and maybe an emergency kit in case something breaks down. I try to always at least have water and fluids for my vehicle in case something happens, and like a screwdriver and like water for me to drink, like just in case something happens. You can never be too prepared, right? So maybe think about that. Do you have something in your car just in case something happens? Because it's always good to, again, be prepared. Excuse me. So it is Sugar Addiction Awareness Day. I think it's a interesting place to put this right before Halloween. But I did read an article a little bit about maybe thinking about healthier alternatives rather than giving candy. Like sometimes dentists give out toothbrushes, I'd probably be mad if I was a kid and they did that, but it can't hurt. You're supposed to get a new toothbrush like every 6 months anyway. But like granola and trail mix and raisins and stuff. But sugar can wreak havoc on your body. It's a very inflammatory food. Like pretty much every diet out there for health, for weight loss, for anti-inflammatory, says sugar is the enemy. I'm sorry, I cannot live without a little bit of sugar in my life. I just can't do it. Ask anybody that knows me. I have to have sweet tea. But I've done really good. I've gone from like, this much sugar in a pitcher, a 2-liter pitcher, into about this much sugar. But like today, I guess, was oatmeal day. And so I had some oatmeal and I put sugar in it. So, but there's a difference between eating it on occasion and kind of keeping an eye on it and being addicted, and just like any other substance, it really does affect your brain. It affects how your body performs. So just kind of being aware of that. So on to the months. One of the things I don't know why they put this together, but it's Rhizomes and Persimmons month. Um, I don't know why they put that together. Rhizomes, if you don't know, um, I guess the thing I most associate them with are like grass and strawberries because it's the kind of root that goes and makes a new plant so that the plant spreads, and it's their way of reproducing. Um, and then persimmons grow on trees. So I'm like, how did they even put that together? Um, uh, have you ever tried a persimmon? Let me know in the comments below. I think they're pretty good. They're very sweet, and like tomatoes, people don't necessarily, they kind of get placed in the wrong thing. They are actually a berry. They're not technically a fruit. I don't know what the different, how people determine what exactly the difference is between a fruit and a berry, but apparently there's a difference. Um, it is, um, it is also RSV Awareness Month. And I did not know what RSV was. I had to go and look it up. RSV is actually respiratory, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, syncytial virus. And it's a common and very contagious virus that infects the respiratory tracts of most children before their second birthday. Um, Now, usually adults can get it, but usually it's not very severe in adults. But adults can pass it on to children. Um, and the greatest risk is for prematurely born children. Um, for most healthy young kids, it pretty much causes no more than like cold symptoms, but in some cases it can be very serious. So it's just something to keep an eye out for. And like I said, you know, it's an awareness thing, and I'd never heard of it. I had to go look it up. So, um, uh, let's see what else it is. Oh my goodness. Um, it is National Dental Hygiene Month, and this one, I don't know why they separated, but National Orthodontic Health Month. Um, and I know those are two kind of slightly different fields. One's more specified than the other. But since they're so closely related, I don't know that why they made two. I guess just because they could. um, it is the month of free thought. I know that we had a free thought day earlier in the month, so maybe that was more of a structured thing than doing it like throughout the whole month. Sometimes that can be, I don't know, more, okay, this is the day instead of all day, every day for a whole month, you know. And then it is also National Family Sexuality Education Month. Um, and this can be another controversial thing, you know, about schools teaching sex ed, about, you know, gender orientation and all that kind of stuff. There are many, many different things going on. Um, and I think that each family really needs to decide that for themselves. My personal opinion, again, my personal opinion is, you know, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone, what people do in their own homes is nobody's business. Now, if it's hurting someone, especially, well, if it's hurting anyone, but I'm going to say especially children because that's just me, then yes, there's a problem. But you know, it seems like at a younger and younger age, children are becoming sexually active, and my personal opinion, I think that they need to be educated in how to be safe, because I'd rather them know and be careful than not know. And I'd rather them have the information and never need it than not have the information should something like that come up. Um, so, and That's what I'm gonna leave on. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about happy stuff tonight, aren't I? Oy vey. um, I hope that you guys have a wonderful day tomorrow. Maybe think of some fun things. Let me know what you're gonna do in the comments. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. You know, I'd love it when you guys share my channel. I got a couple new subscribers the other day. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Um, and I will talk to you guys mañana. Bye.